No, Ireland's position remains the same. We would like to see a review of the agreement. That has been our consistent position, and indeed it was Leo Varadkar and Pedro Sanchez who first sought that, and then indeed myself and Pedro Sanchez during my time as Taoiseach, and that remains the position of Ireland. I think what is also, though, important is in the here and now to keep the pressure on what matters most. And what matters most today is making sure that a very fragile ceasefire holds, making sure that the humanitarian aid flows in a way that it's beginning but not nearly enough, making sure that UNRWA is still in place and able to function literally in weeks' time. So that's how fragile this is. Within a matter of weeks, there needs to be a very serious cash injection in terms of the humanitarian work of the UN. So it's very much the position of Ireland that we still would like to see a review. But of course we want to get to a point where a review isn't required, because actually there can be peace in the Middle East. So the position hasn't changed, but the context today is on the absolute immediacy of making sure a fragile ceasefire, and we've seen the fragility of that on a number of occasions even in the last week, and making sure that holds so that the hostages can get home, the aid can get in, and we can try to get into a conversation around the reconstruction of Gaza. And I should just say on that point, I've had the opportunity through the Munich Security Conference and the G20, both in the last week, to engage with many, many foreign ministers across the globe, including the Palestinian Prime Minister. And I really welcome the fact now that there's a lot of work going on by Arab states in terms of a plan for Gaza, what they call an alternative proposal to the appalling vista and something that can never be tolerated of the involuntary displacement of people from their homeland. And that has to look at the reconstruction of Gaza, the governance of Gaza, a Gaza that is governed without Hamas, and the security of Gaza. And Ireland and the EU remain ready and willing to engage constructively in that to support Arab partners. And I think we're likely to see more details of that plan in the coming days.
Just on Ukraine, in relation to the